we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live in the Facebook event. This is a new thing for us. We've never gone live in the Facebook event. Will it make more people watch? I don't know. Whether or not it's possible for more people to be in on this show in the audience, and we'll see what happens. This is the show, everybody. The show started. I'm your host, Barnard Morrisonberg. The name of the show is where's my can we get the title up there? There it is. Jackie in with Barnard Morrisonberg is the name of the show, and that's me. That's my name, Barnard Morrisonberg. Internet habitant. Okay. This is what. So here's the conceit of the show. Okay. Look, we've taken a few weeks off, so it might be a little bit of a rocky start. Let's see if we can figure out what the fuck we're doing here. Okay. I'm your host. I live here in the internet. Okay. I don't have a corporeal body, a self, being, a penis, any of this human skin. I don't have it. Okay. I'm just this guy. I live in the internet. Okay. As far as I know, nobody else is here, so I spend a lot of time just talking to myself. But once a week, or every so often, or whenever we feel like it, we get some people to come call in, and we can talk about what's going on in the world and stuff. And look, I'm gonna go ahead right now and plug the Venmo. Okay, not because I'm a whore. It's because we're broke, and you can send us money if you want. Look, you can watch the show for free if you're poor. If you're broke, go ahead, watch the show. If you're not, if you're rich, if you're working, if you're a famous movie star, send us a few grand or something for rent, or $5, whatever floats your boat. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. Let me introduce. Look, I said I was here alone. There's only one other person here, thing. I don't know what it is here in the internet. It's my friend and co-host, something that just floats around in here. Meeps, welcome to the show. How you doing, Meeps?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I don't know. I'm renewing my notary license on a daily basis. That's a Simpsons line, but I think it's I think it fits here. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know if I understand what it means. Look, the point is, I'm kind of stuffed up. You might hear it. I'm not sick, but I think it's from the fires and everything. My sinuses, the smoke is playing hell with my sinuses. So that's what's going on. Other than that, great. How are you?
The fires in the internet are also hurting me.
Yeah, the internet fire. Even though we live here on the internet, somehow the smoky smog of Los Angeles, it somehow gets in here.
It's all those firewalls.
That's a good point. It's probably the firewalls that are letting in the fire. Okay, look. So, are we gonna do? You want to do some like stories for banter? Like a time killer type of thing, or should we? What do you feel like?
You want to see? Yeah, let's see what's in the news.
What's in the news? What's in the news today? Hey, I don't know if you saw this. Let me click on the link. There's a Belgian city that dug up a fountain, and they found under the fountain a former mayor's heart under the fountain in a box. This is Verviers, Belgium, a former mayor who somehow fell off a building in the 1800s. Was had his heart buried underneath the fountain in downtown, and so they dug it up like you do.
Do they know where the current mayor's heart is?
The current mayor's heart is in San Francisco, last I heard. What else? Did you see two giraffes? Is this too hacky a setup? Did you see this in the news today, Meeps?
Did you hear this?
Did you hear about this? Two giraffes in South Africa were killed by lightning this week. Unfortunately, R.I.P. giraffes, rest in power. But it just goes to show you the three things that they always told you about lightning storms are true. It's you don't want to go under a big tree, you don't want to go golfing, and you don't want to be a giraffe. Thanks for that very quiet drum roll, or what do you call it? A rim shot. There we go. What else did you want to talk about?
Oh, there's some strange news going on. They sell half Christmas trees now.
They do. I saw that. They're selling half Christmas trees for people who can't be bothered to decorate the other half. You just put it in a corner.
I thought it was because I only celebrate half of Christmas.
Are you only half Christian?
I'm only half Christian. The good half.
The good. If that's a good half, I'm not going to ask what the other half consists of. All right.
Muslim.
Muslim. Right. Send your letters to Meeps, not me. Okay. What's your email address, Meeps?
It's half Christmas, half Ramadan at AOL.com.
At AOL. So you've had that one for a while, I guess.
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
Okay. Oh, you guys can't hear Meeps in the room? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a story. They can't hear you, so it just sounds like I'm talking to myself. Maybe I am. You're gonna have to watch the show later to find out. Okay. The guests waiting in the room. You can unmute yourself and give us a little feedback. It's okay if it won't ruin the show.
Can't hear Meeps at all.
If you laugh at something all right. You can't hear Meeps. Fine. Then
I'm not sure
that segment
if there is a Meeps.
You're not even sure. It might be
I
like.
feel like you're just having a dialogue with yourself, and this is like
Yeah.
kind of weird, like schizophrenic thing you drug us all into.
It's a weird format so far.
It's like we might have like a Snuffleupagus situation going on.
We're all concerned for you.
Are there comment cards for the guests?
That you'll receive a Twitter poll after the show.
When do I get dinner?
You were not promised it. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what scene we're on. Look, let's bring one of our guests in and talk, and let's see if we can get this train wreck on schedule. Okay, look, we have a guest here tonight coming all the way from not only Berlin, Germany, but from World War II. Apparently time traveled here from World War II and is currently in Germany. Let's see if I can get him on the screen. Gorvin Buderbush Jr. Gorvin Buderbush Jr. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You appear to be shirtless. Tell me, what was the
Me a
time
lot of
travel
clothes.
like? Was it?
They don't give
it
me a
like
lot of clothes in this place.
Was it like Terminator style time travel where you have to do it naked and then like beat up a biker when you get there?
It's a little bit like that, but one of my problems is the lack of clothing they give me, and I get two hours a day to do whatever I like, and they give me clothing. They lay out clothing for me, and I say, "Would you like to wear this clothing?" And if I wear the clothing, it feels like maybe I'm listening to them, and I hate that. I hate that very much because I've been in here for a very long.
I want to dig down into this. Hold on a second, though. Who is the they in this scenario? So apparently you're in modern day Germany, but you're being held. Are you being held captive by someone right now?
I'm not exactly allowed to say. Okay, so
All right. Are we in any danger of having you on the show?
Hey, back the fuck off. Back the fuck
I'm
off.
just trying to run an interview. Okay.
Look,
please
yeah,
go ahead.
You
Tell us.
You'll run your interview, okay? Run your series of questions that helps you understand where I'm at. But there's so much you don't understand, okay? And I need you to understand that you don't understand anything that you even understand.
I understand. I'm just having a little sip of bourbon right now. Have you been imbibing yourself this evening?
No, not at all. I'm not allowed to think.
You're allowed to think. Jesus Christ.
I have the fucking plague in here. Do you know?
The fucking plague.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
I'm not sure. Answer me this: are you a fan of Alan Moore? Are you familiar with his work?
I mean, I've been in here for 82 years. My face would betray exactly how old I am, but
you actually looked a lot like Alan Moore.
Lord, how long have I been in here? Oh,
quite a bit like Alan.
God, what have I done to deserve to look like Alan Moore?
Alan Moore is a writer of some comic series. Hey, Gorvin Pewterbush. There's people in the chat room talking. Somebody says, "Holy shit! It's the great ancestor of Dan Kerrigan." Do you know who? Is that one of your nephews or offspring? Great grandchildren? Do you know this Dan Kerrigan?
I have no idea who they're talking about. My best friends call me Jew. Okay?
They just call
you just Jew.
Are you sure they're your friends?
It's not short for anything. It's not long for anything. Jew. You just call me Jew because I'm Jewish.
Are these friends Jewish as well, or are they? I'm trying to suss out if it's an insult or a threat.
Next to no fucks about what they are, who they are. I don't judge people. I don't judge people at all. All I know is I've been in this German prison for 52 months. You think the German prisons are over? They're not. They're not. They're still happening. They're still giving us.
I mean, I figured they still had prisons of some sort.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. We're in.
Oh my God.
So much trouble. So much trouble. You couldn't even begin to imagine what is happening over here. It's a normal situation where most people are having a normal life, but the government, it is impinging upon the regular lifestyle.
I feel like we're witnessing the final days of Gorvin Pewterbush Jr. Okay.
Call me Jew. Call me Jew.
All right. I'll call you Jew if you want, but I don't know how good it sounds coming from an old Italian man. But if that's your preference, sure. Okay. Look. Gorvin. I'm gonna put you back in the void. We got some other guests to talk to, okay? Can you stick around? Do you think you're gonna make it? Do you think you're gonna live to the end of the hour?
I said, call me Jew.
I'm sorry. Mr. Jew, sir. I'm gonna put you back in the void, and we'll come back to you. And maybe you'll be still alive. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Let's see. Who else do we have here? I'm gonna welcome my next guest, Rena. Rena, you ready? Rena Hundert is here. Stand-up comedian.
And,
Drop
my phone.
As far as I know, not World War II time traveler, but you know
No.
that.
Yeah, that was a little disturbing. Not gonna lie, I didn't like
I'm
that
not
at
sure.
all.
I'm not sure if we should be afraid. I feel like we all might be marked on this show now by death or the German mafia or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
How's life? How are you?
It sucks. Everything's very bad. I think we can all agree. Things are scary
agree.
and weird. I think Trump
Everything
is gonna
sucks.
die.
We'll see.
I don't want him to die. I actually don't want him to die, but I think he's gonna drop dead in like
I do.
2 or 3 days. He's just
I
gonna
really-
be like, it's great, the medication's working, and then he'll just like fall flat on his face and die.
Is
And
it still legal to say on a live stream that I think it'd be hilarious if he died this week?
it's too on the nose, for my comedic taste, the way the writers have written 2020. I'd say, like, I thought they were really taking some risks with all the chaos, but then I don't know, the GOP contracting COVID, it's a little bit too an eye for an eye. It's too on the nose. I don't think the
It's
network
almost-
would really go for it.
It's biblical.
real life.
Yeah, it's almost too
It's
biblical.
too much, man. I can't. Christie. Even just the name, who would buy the name Christie? Like, if you really in the room, they'd be like, no, that's not a name. No one's gonna buy that. I don't know. The whole thing is insane. I can't believe. I don't think it's real. I think we shifted dimensions as soon as the Cubs won the World Series, and we've just been off the trajectory ever since.
I know,
They
right?
shouldn't have been smashing atoms in Switzerland. It totally fucked us. Really, they weren't thinking about the relationship between tiny things and bigger things. In my scientific opinion, with my Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Yeah, it's just your science, Bachelor of Science and Fine Arts.
Yeah, no science.
I'm actually from Chicago, from near Chicago, and when the Cubs won, I said it's worth the end of the world for them winning.
See,
and
it's your fault.
I don't know if I was right though.
You made
I've changed-
Chicago made a deal with the devil that they needed,
I might
and
have
now
changed
you're
my
getting.
mind.
You didn't realize what you were making a deal with until it was too late. Yeah, it's like fossil fuels, man. Such an easy energy source, and yet, hurricanes coming for you. I'm just a ray
Hurricane
of fucking
Delta.
sunshine,
We had
I'm just here to
more
make
hurricanes
us all
this
feel
year
for.
than letters in the alphabet. They had
Really?
to go back all the way back around the alphabet and up to to A, back to A again, and we're on D again.
You know what that means, right? We need a longer alphabet.
we need more letters.
Yeah, we got to
Maybe
expand that shit. We can't
If we
cover
were Chinese.
hurricanes
We'd have
now?
plenty of names
Come on.
left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know, like every week I basically have a day where I completely freak out and make a new plan for my life. And it's usually based around like whatever TV show I'm watching. Like one week I was like, I should just take the LSATs and be a lawyer. But then I was like, oh wait, I'm just binging Better Call Saul. I don't want to be a fucking lawyer. He just makes it look fun, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, to be honest. I'm very confused and depressed, but I refuse to be medicated because I treat mental illness like a drug. You know what I mean?
You take a
All
daily
right,
dose.
I made you super uncomfortable. Yeah, what?
Is it tough to remember if you took your daily dose of crazy today yet?
It's usually pretty obvious. I mean, especially if I don't meditate. I meditate every morning. Meditation is like, it's basically like watching TV, but nothing's on. You're just staring at a wall. For those of you that don't know, you just sit there.
Does it help?
It's great.
Does it do anything?
It does help, actually. I listen to like those like bowls, the bowls that make sounds
Sure, the
that the
singing
Tibetan
ones,
monks use.
the singing
The
bowls.
bowls, yeah, with
I'm-
and they stir
I'm
the bowl.
familiar.
Like, yeah, so I listen to the bowls, and yeah, it's kind of, it makes me think of like, when you go see an orchestra play when all the strings are tuning. It's like tuning your brain, I tune my brain out of the crazy. And then of course I go on Twitter and ruin it.
Well,
Twitter.
there's your problem.
I got Twitter K-holes going on here.
Don't read
Yeah.
about the
Don't
world.
read.
Don't
Yeah, it's
read
come to a
anything.
point where it's like it is confusing messaging. It's like, am I supposed to be mad or am I supposed to be taking care of myself? I feel like I keep like oscillating between the two. Like, we're supposed to be outraged, but
That's
we're
true.
also supposed to stay sane somehow. It's difficult.
Am I supposed to drink myself to oblivion or go jogging in the morning? I'm confused.
What am I? Yeah, you're supposed to drink while jogging. That's the
That's what-
answer.
That's what I've been doing. I like to smoke
Yeah.
cigarettes while climbing stairs too.
You gotta affirm life and snuff it out at the same time, so that you just
That's
stay
right.
even. Yeah,
Right.
very good.
I want to be in it. I just don't want to feel good about it.
I want to be alive, but I can't appreciate it without slightly killing myself a little.
I want a long life of feeling like shit. That's what I'm.
I
I'm
love
settling in for.
myself so much that I deserve a little hate. It's good. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know which way is up, honestly. Is it still March? I don't know. Somebody get out a calendar.
It's May-tember. I don't know. I lost track. Have you done any? Have you been? Have you done any comedy shows? I know you've done. You're a very funny comedian. I've seen you do stand up. I've seen you do musical, improv on stage. It's good. Have you done anything?
Yeah, I do. Well, I hate doing Zoom shows. That's why I'm here. No, I hate it. Usually I don't do it unless I get paid. So I've only been doing my
I
friend
hate to tell
gets
you.
like paid work. I know. Look, this
I'm
is
not sure what the
this
email
is
said,
different.
but
Crack theater is different. But yeah, so my friend does shows for rehabs over Zoom. So I've been improvising songs for people in rehabs. But that's pretty much the extent of the performing but I've just recently started going crazy. So I think I'm gonna do one of those weird shows outdoors where everybody bombs for 4 people. I don't think I have a choice anymore. I can't. I have
That's
no
what we're
one
left
to
with.
share my misery with. I need to throw it onto people so I don't have to deal with it anymore. I
Yeah.
can't take it. I can't take it. I have to give it. It's a thing. I am going crazy without performing. I hate who I am without it, and it's gotta change. I don't know how else to say it. I feel like I'm Eeyore, like I'm just like Eeyore, hanging out with people.
yeah.
I'm dead inside.
Maybe- All of
What?
humanity is evolving into Eeyores. Maybe that's the next step of evolution.
That's horrible. I hope not, because we all have a lot of shit to do if we're gonna fix all this shit that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well,
Bachelor of Fine Arts.
we'll either fix it or we won't, and then we'll all die, and then it'll be over. All right. This is an uplifting show. You might want to send it to those people that you're cheering up.
Hey, for those of you
In
at
your Zoom
home,
meetings.
if you're feeling miserable, you're on the right track.
You're
I'm
right on.
I'm fine,
Hang in
however.
there. We all
I'm
see it.
fine.
Dan Kerrigan's
I-
drunk as fuck
Okay.
in Germany.
Gorgon.
We're gonna make him do dance moves later.
I'm
It's gonna be
fine.
good.
I'm
You're
here.
you're all fine. No, I'll tell
I'm
you.
here
I'll
from
Joe
the past.
Biden it for a second.
I'm
vote,
here from the
vote,
past.
vote.
Okay, everybody vote.
I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe what's going on. It's crazy. I just want you to know I'm here. I'm fine. what's happening right now is crazy. You don't have to feel crazy because what is crazy right now is what is happening. And I am here for it. Literally, I have found Hitler's time machine and I'm now here. And I need to go back to my bunker. But what is going on right now is that we are in an unprecedented moment where I have traveled forward into the future and I don't have a fucking clue about how to get back.
All right.
Okay?
Hey,
Somebody
Hey, let's-
help me get back. I have
Why
no
do you
idea.
want to go
Okay.
back?
I'm gonna put you back into the void for a second. Look,
It's terrible here. It's terrible. Oh, no.
we can all. All right, the void is fine. Look, we have another guest that's been waiting patiently, and has either a lot or maybe nothing to say. I don't know, but let's bring him in, and then we can all talk at the end and have a free for all of depression. But please, I'd like to welcome stand-up comic Jacob Siroff to the show. Jacob, how you doing?
Good. Some notes. You really don't need more. You don't need more than one guest on this show going forward. But that's it's obviously like a work in progress. I think we can all sense that. But also, is it this Jewy every time? You get like one guy literally named Jew, then you got my aunt Fran, and then
I didn't mean to book all Jews.
and then-
It just kind of happened.
and then you're an Italian guy named Barnard Morrisonberg. But I don't understand. How are you not a Jew? But you sound like a Jew. You can see you're kind of a Jew caricature kind of guy. So yeah, but it's a little uncomfortable. It feels like Passover or something. But
Is it too much?
it's a bit
Are we
much.
leaning too
Bit
much
much. Yeah, but
into the
but you should know I'm not a fan of the Jews as a Jew. Like I'm what we call a self-hating Jew, otherwise known as a Jew.
Okay.
How
do you feel about other Jews?
I also want to say I knew a guy named Jew, a real guy, and he was a Korean guy, and it was Joo, and he worked at a sushi place in Oakland, and he was a good guy, very generous.
It's an acceptable name, but you still might feel a little nervous yelling it across a crowded room.
Right. Well, I mean, it's funny, there's people named Christian and there's people named Muslim. I know like 6 Muslims. So why can't there be a Jew?
That is a good point.
Mhm.
Jews should be naming
Entire
their kids
reason
Jew
my
more
name
often.
is Jew.
Saying
What's that, Jew?
which one?
All right.
Just saying that's why my name is Jew. Why can't there be a guy? That's who I am.
There can be a guy.
Sorry, you didn't like my name.
I
Okay.
thought it was your nickname.
His name is Govan Putis Bush Jr.
Pudish, whatever.
Also would like
All
to
right.
say there are no more hurricanes today than there were 100 years ago.
Uh,
Okay, so
I did hear that
from an earlier.
I did hear that GOP talking point.
Yeah. I mean, come on, wake up.
Your eyes make me feel like
I
you're
mean-
coming to us from some other dimension right now.
Oh, this is the dimension of thug life. From the kids, from the memes.
You just
I'm
look
very
slightly
happy.
fuzzy.
Yeah, I have a teenage daughter. I keep up with them. You can't see, but they're the thug life glasses that that come down in the
Uh-huh.
Deal with it.
Is that what all the teens are doing these days?
all the teens and me. That's kind of I've joined that peer group.
It's a good choice. They're a good generation, and we should all just co-opt and get in on what they got going on. Because as far as I can tell, I'm a Gen Xer, and we shit the bed. So
Yeah, but somehow boomers got the blame. I don't know why the millennials decided to blame their grandparents instead of their parents, but somehow boomer is somehow is being assigned all the blame for everything that's now.
it's possibly because they never gave up power to the people, to the next generation, and they're still in 90% of the offices across America
Could be
are
that.
boomers.
Okay, boomer, I get it. Okay, slacker. That's what we remember. That was our nickname, like millennials. Our nickname was the slacker generation.
We were the slackers.
Yeah.
We didn't give a fuck, and look where it got us.
Yeah, right.
Nowhere.
Call me a slacker. I'm the 45-year-old man wearing a Black Panther comic book T-shirt.
That's pretty
Show them.
slacker, I guess.
Yeah.
How's it? Have you? What's your relationship with comedy in the new world, in the world of quarantine? Have you? Are you getting into it, or?
No, very similar to Rena's. It's been pretty non-existent, and I don't have any interest in doing Zoom shows, but but I'm still insulted more people haven't asked me to. That's like where I'm at with it. Like I'm like, no, I don't want to do it, but how dare you not ask me to? But like, so I turned down the few that I was offered, so I'm assuming the word got around. Obviously.
The View. Oh, I thought you said you turned down The View.
Yeah, The View. Yeah, The View. I didn't want to do it. I was like, it's too funny. I'm not into comedy anymore. I don't want to can't be associated with something that hilarious. But,
sorry, Whoopi, I'm too big for The View.
Hey, but man, Whoopi had the moment of the primary election cycle. I've never been like a big Whoopi hater or lover, although I did see Jumping Jack Flash in the theaters with my mom. Pretty good movie. But when she took Bernie to task on TV, that was kind of ill, and he dropped out like a couple days later, which so could have been a repeat of 2016. Sorry, Bernie. People, I don't want to say.
I don't know if I don't remember that or I just don't remember.
Oh yeah, she was just like, "What are you doing? Why don't you drop out? You have like a 1% chance." And he, I'm paraphrasing, and he was like, "No, we're in it. We're sort of looking." And she's like, "Dude, you just don't do this again," And it kind of, I think he really had an effect on him. So Whoopi influencing American policy,
perhaps,
or at least elections. She's like
And an EGOT.
And an EGOT.
Does she have an EGOT?
Yeah.
EGOT. She has one?
EGOT.
Okay, let's see if I can do that. Color purple. Don't tell me. Color purple.
You won't know. Okay, well, you won't know the Grammy for sure.
Thriller.
But go ahead.
It was Thriller. She did Thriller, Color Purple, Color Purple again. Did she win a Tony and an Oscar for Color Purple? I would think.
The Emmy was daytime, I think, but she had a one-woman show that was incredible. That was like her breakout thing.
Oh, the
she
thing.
Won a Grammy for the recording of it.
She would do
the
that.
Characters.
It was like she had the homeless guy character and all the different characters, right? Yeah, I remember that on like HBO or Showtime when I was a kid.
I saw it live on Broadway 20 years later. She did a show of the characters 20 years older.
What was it called? Faces or something? What was it called? The name of the special?
Oh, I totally forgot the name.
But yeah, that was like right up there with kind of like Bill. It was kind of Bill Cosby himself era, the same era of watching stand up.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Anybody out there, if you got the time, check it out. It's an amazing show.
Better than Jumping Jack Flash?
You can listen to it. I haven't seen Jumping Jack Flash.
Oh, okay.
I loved her in Ghost.
How does it compare to Ghost?
And Sister Act.
The color purple played on Broadway for many, many, many years, which is goddamn more than anybody else here is fucking.
How does the time traveler know that?
All right. Everybody,
I'm jumping.
Look, just because I just showed up didn't mean I didn't read any fucking history. All right. The first thing I did was read history. I needed to catch up. Okay, I showed up 50-something, fucking 70-something years in the future, and I needed to immediately catch up. And so what I did was
Spielberg came up. Color Purple. Makes sense.
Okay, right now, I feel like we're all that guy in Back to the Future. You know when he orders a Pepsi and all the heads are like arguing with each other on screen? Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyone?
Oh, in part 2?
Yeah, in the future when the television screen comes up and he's like, I'll just take a Pepsi or whatever.
Okay, one question though. One question. What is Back to the Future?
It's your life story.
You studied history
yet.
You'll get to it. You'll get to it one of these days in the history class. I promise.
Sounds good. Okay, that's fine. Good enough for me. I'm just a new time traveler.
All right, time traveler. Since you're drunk, are you gonna do a dance move now? Because you said you would.
Absolutely not. That's not appropriate for my time or yours.
Wow, you hate fun.
Are you wearing any pants, time traveler? Gorvin?
Of course.
Of course not.
Pants are mandatory.
Show us your pants.
In my time.
In the German prison.
Show us your pants.
All right.
I'm not here to prove this. I'm not here to prove.
Show us your pants.
That sounds like you're avoiding the question, Mr. Vice President.
Look, I'm going to go back to talk to Jacob because I don't know if if Dan is gonna.
Who?
I mean Gorvin. I think Gorvin needs some time in a German prison by himself for a minute.
I'm fully prepared to speak to you, whoever you think I am.
Okay. Jacob Siroff.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Why do I have to use my real name? I don't want this out there.
Too late, Jacob.
It's
Entertain us.
I could
more.
start.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want, I could just start calling you Jew as well.
That's a funny story. Thank you for leading me into this material that I gave you that you know to steer me to, because
Yes, that was part of the plan.
Speaking of not wanting your name associated with stuff, in 2008 I did this stand-up festival out in it was actually just a comedy festival, but I was there to do stand-up in Holland, and it was in but not Amsterdam or somewhere cool like that. It was in this like town in the northeast near the German border called Enschede. There's a university there, and I did the Montreal Festival in 2006, where Rena's from, and somebody saw me there and booked me to do this thing, and I was excited. And everyone says, "Oh, everyone speaks English over there. You're gonna be great." And I went over there. Me and Ben Glebe, if you guys know Ben Glebe, we're over there together, and I just fucking tanked it. Like every set, like I talk fast. I guess I had a lot of American pop culture references in my act, and this is 12 years ago, and I'm doing race stuff that they don't even know. Like, what do they know about Mexicans in fucking Holland, And like, it was just not going well. I mean, it was like a festival, and I was reading notes and trying, up there with a notebook, trying stuff for the first time, and just anything, it was just, although the festival runners love me, I will say that I have to get that in, because it was horrible. I mean, the sets were horrible, but the guys, they were like, "Oh, you're so calm and collected up there." And I'm like, "Dude, are you kidding?" I'm like thinking, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like stalling. But anyway, the host of the thing was this guy named Tricky Rick. I hope he's still alive. I haven't talked to him, but he's doing well. He was an American expat who hosted all the stand-up shows, and he was this like real hyper dude. He would do like crowd work, but he wasn't good at it. Like he would say like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And I'd say, "I work in a sock factory." He goes, "This motherfucker work in a motherfucking sock factory," and that's all he had on it. And it would just crush, like applause breaks, like on everything he said, because he was like this cool American black dude in Holland, and they were just like, "Yes, this is already Murphy," And so he closed every set with what was something he called the comic boom, where he'd get everybody to clap their hands and stomp their feet on the ground, so you get this rumble, and it would crescendo with a sound cue of a sonic boom. It was called the comic boom, and Ben Glebe and I, we were just so enamored with this thing. So this guy, every single set, Tricky Rick, and not to be a dick, I'm convinced of this, he was a sweet guy. Every single set, he introduced me as Yakov Smirnoff. Now, my name is Jacob Siroff, which is really Yakov in German. In Russian, my name would be Yakov Siroff. It's very close to Yakov Smirnoff. But, I don't think this guy knew yet, but every single set, and I would say, "Hey, at first I was like, not to be a dick, but like, my name's Jacob Siroff. I don't want to be a diva, but like, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I got it. Jacob Siroff, Jacob Siroff, Jacob Siroff." Not a single set did he not introduce me as Yakov Smirnoff. But by the end of I did like whatever, 6-7 sets. By the end of the festival, I was bombing so badly, I would close the sets with, "Thank you, I'm Yakov Smirnoff. Good night." The end of story.
That's what happened to Yakov's career.
Yeah. No, he's killing it.
He was doing great until you went to what was it, Germany?
It was Holland, but it wasn't cool Holland.
It was
Holland. Like rural Holland. But
you haven't heard of him over here, okay? He's not been over here. Nobody knows about him. Nobody cares about him over here.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Nobody loves Yakov Smirnoff over here.
Yeah, I don't even know how Tricky Rick knew. But R.I.P. Tricky Rick if he did pass away, and if he's alive, what's up, Tricky Rick? What it do?
Somebody look up Tricky Rick and see how he's doing.
Thank God Tricky Rick is watching right here, right now.
Is he with you in the room, Jew?
He is.
Tricky Rick?
He is. He's over there, and it's
I don't hear any comic boom.
It's quite a relief for you that he's here.
I think we parted as friends. I think that was a fun time. And Ben Glebe and I bonded. I didn't like Ben Glebe before that trip.
Well, his facial expression would express otherwise.
Yeah, really? Is he fizzing?
He's fizzing. Oh my God, is he fizzing?
Classic Tricky Rick.
So tricky.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a Zoom show.
I'm sure.
Are you
I'm
talking
sure
to
he would
yourself
be-
right now, Dan?
Oh. Vicky Rick.
I'm sure he would be
Vicky
glad
Rick
that
is
we're
over
talking
there.
about him on this show.
Sure.
So-
Yeah. Well, I think Smirnoff, he took a risk with ice, but people
Yeah,
drink it.
I mean, it made money though. It made money.
They
And
did.
we're
They
still
got.
talking
They,
about it.
yeah.
And we're still talking about it.
Yeah.
But I will say this: look him up.
Was he the
Go look up his
inventor?
early Carson sets. He was a monster. He was like a solid joke writer. And it was such a good window that he found during the middle of the Cold War in the '80s to be and just the Soviets being so scary, and this guy that kind of got out and did this, and he normalized it, or humanized it rather, and it's like, but the jokes are better than you remember. If you go, than I remembered anyway. If you go watch his sets on Carson, he was like, wow, that's it's laugh out loud funny. I mean, he was like a real kind of Soviet Seinfeld or something. It was just
Huh.
and he didn't do the catchphrase as much. Then it was like Larry, as he got
Dude,
bigger.
Seinfeld should remake Seinfeld the Soviet version.
Yeah, right.
I would watch that.
Totally.
They
In
still only
Soviet
have
Russia,
landlines.
Seinfeld is about something.
Yeah, it's
That was they did a version of. Have you ever seen
According
Everybody
to their
Loves?
means.
There's an Everybody Loves Raymond Russian version.
In Soviet Russia, nobody loves
Yeah.
Raymond.
Sorry, Russia. Raymond loves you. What a country.
With Russia, we love those Ravens. Nobody heard from them again.
That's the entire.
Are we gonna get killed for this?
I don't know. We're gonna
Pointing
get
out
hacked
God.
at least.
Ah!
the
Soviet
Russian
Russia,
bots. Whoopi Arnold.
copyright writes you.
In Russia, election hack you.
Kramer's like a spy for Putin. Oh God.
I think we're
No,
saying-
actually, I guess it'd be Newman, right? He works for the government. Newman works for the postal service. or
It really is,
whatever. So
yeah.
Newman would be the
I
spy.
can't
He was a
believe
radical
I traveled to the future to have this conversation.
It was worth
You're
it.
lucky.
I'm glad that
You're
you
a
watched
lucky man.
a lot of Seinfeld in your history since you've been here.
Look, there were
This
two
is
things.
the one
that
with the
happened.
time traveler. Oh wait, that's Friends, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
there were
Carry on.
two things that happened when I got here. They said, "Look, you're in the future now. And you need to know two things: Seinfeld and Friends." And I said, "Give it all to me. I want to know what it's like to be in the future." And they said, "Okay,
That's it.
you're gonna
We're all caught
regret
up.
that, especially
Who
the
is
Friends
who is your
part."
favorite friend? Is it Ross?
Mine is Whoopi.
I hate to say this, but it's
The
Ross.
answer's always Whoopi. It's
Ross.
Ross. It is Ross.
He's the Jewiest. It's just the show couldn't. Of course it is. Everything on the show has to be as Jewy as possible.
Oh, wait. What about the one that dates Chandler there? That's exactly like the nanny or whatever. What's her name?
Look, I
Shesh.
skipped
What's her
over.
name? You know the hand.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
over
she's-
a
I like her.
lot. I skipped over
Janet.
a lot of
Janet, I like
actual
Janet.
Oh, Janet.
television history, and so for me to connect with Chandler, it was weird. For me to connect with Ross, they called me Jew. Okay, so Ross was my guy. Ross was my guy.
I like Monica because I like dark-haired sixes, and also she was on Misfits of Science, and she was in the Bruce Springsteen, what's this other?
Oh yeah, she danced with
in the
Bruce
dark
Springsteen.
video,
See, from what I know
She's
now,
in that
you're,
video?
yeah, she's
you're
the girl who
using
goes on stage.
her,
But she
you're
was,
Yeah.
she was
using her
famous.
appearances on other shows as
Yeah, that's why.
possible
That's how I
value.
judge. I'm like, I like that movie because it had James Bond in it. That's how I judge movies. Yeah.
Well, but David
I think
Schwimmer
it's-
was good in the OJ trials. Did you watch the mini
He was good on
series?
Band of Brothers too. He was like a dickhead
Yeah, he's
joke
a
sergeant.
pretty good actor.
Yeah, he had some range.
Funny.
Remember the Paul
They
Bear?
all land
I just-
jokes very well.
I just need you guys to remember, I'm
Don't
in
you know
a
the color
bunker.
purple in sitcoms?
I'm in a bunker in New Mexico. Okay, I am stuck
thought-
here, and I'm lucky enough to have this
You
conversation.
should go to Sedona.
I thought you were in
You
Berlin.
could drive up to Sedona.
I was in Berlin, but I managed to
Time
you,
hop.
time traveled since we started this show?
He just traveled.
The underground
Time and
world.
space are the same phenomenon. There's just
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
like
it
a
feels like the
burrito.
show started in the
Continue.
1940s.
Yeah, it's a tube of beans and cheese.
Mhm.
At one point, the show started somewhere where it ended up. It did not.
That's deep.
I still don't know what Meeps sounds like. I think I'm gonna go
That's
to my
either-
grave not knowing what Meeps sounds
It's
like.
either deep or it doesn't make
Well,
sense.
what sounds like?
Meeps. I haven't heard-
Meeps. Yeah, what
I
is
don't know.
Meeps sound? Can you just imitate Meeps so we know a little bit? Meeps. Is it like
Meeps.
that?
Meeps, you got
Can
any
you hear me?
questions for our guests?
I just
can't
hope
hear.
they're all having a good day.
You can't hear him? Hold on.
He's just
Is
a
this
floating jellyfish
joke,
with a
or
moving
is
mouth.
this a prison experiment?
Both.
he has,
They're not mutually
has a voice.
exclusive.
I can hear him and the audience can hear him.
They don't let
don't
me
know.
wear clothes in here.
I thought you said you were wearing pants.
Well, look,
Uh-huh.
don't get too complicated.
Meeps, do you have
I'm
anything for the
complicated.
guests? I'll translate for you.
Okay.
What's
He's
your
adorable. I
worst
like him.
memory?
He looks wise.
Your worst memory, what?
What's your worst memory from a birthday?
From a birthday? From the day you were born? What's your worst memory from a birthday? We might as well go full into depression in this episode.
Mhm.
It feels like Meeps is shy and like he has to like whisper the question to you.
I'm gonna go last because I have to leave for a sec.
Okay. Worst memory from a birthday? Okay. I went on an internet date once on a birthday. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, you're on. There you go.
Okay, I went on an internet date once on my birthday. I hate birthdays. I didn't want to celebrate my birthday, so I decided to hang out with a stranger who didn't know it was my birthday and wouldn't be able to tell me happy birthday. And I met up with him for the date, and we walked in the park, and it was fine. I wasn't attracted to him, but I was like, this is a nice distraction from the fact that I'm, another year towards the grave where I don't know what happens after you die in this very scary abyss thing. So, but then we go to this picnic table and we're sitting at this picnic table and this girl comes up to the picnic and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I use this picnic table? Because it's my birthday and I wanted to have like a birthday party at this picnic table. So it ended up being a very depressing end to something only moderately depressing.
And at
You
that
know?
point, it was too late to say it was your birthday because that would have been weird.
I said it, but I was like, I can't hold it in now. I was like, oh, it's actually also my birthday. And I just felt bad for the guy who was probably like, what the fuck are you doing with me on your fucking birthday, you fucking weirdo, So it was bad. It was very bad. It was a bad internet date experience, it was a bad birthday. It was all, but I stopped having parties on my birthday because I always just get sad and I'm like, why did I invite all these people here to watch me be sad, So just here to
That's
bring the mood up.
Question. The age
I'm
old
not on
birthday
Lexapro
question.
yet. Someday.
Why did I invite people here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope that your date. I hope you at least got laid.
Not
No.
that day, but many times since.
Many times since.
Different guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe too
Good
many
to know.
times. I don't know. I'll know if I get ill.
I have forgotten what birthday day my birthday day actually is. I don't even know anymore. I've
believe
been
that.
in this weird Russian prison in
not sure.
Germany.
I'm partly convinced that not only has your character forgot your birthday, but probably the actor as well.
Who are you?
Meaning
Who
the comedian who's
actually
betraying
are
you. Gorvin.
I am Gorvin Pewter something.
Right. Pewter Bush Jr., according to my notes. Okay.
Your notes are
well-
wrong. I'm Gorvin Pewter Schmidt the third.
I feel like you're not going to remember remember that this happened.
You're gonna be very confused when you see this.
There's
show
gonna be a
pop up.
time where you have a flashback to this, and you're not gonna know if it was real or not. You're gonna wonder. You know, maybe we all will.
How dare
Oh
you.
man, now we got two of them up. All right, Jesus. Okay, everybody, it's been an interesting show. We're all the whole world is in a state of spiraling depression, and I think all of us included. But thanks for being on the show. Would anybody like to, Rena? Would you like to talk about social media, or plug any shows, or plug your Twitter or anything like that?
I don't follow me on Twitter. It's just at Rena Hundert on Twitter. I just started an online comedy magazine too. You can follow that. It's at Hindquarters Baby or Hindquarters Mag. Hindquarters Mag. At Hindquarters Mag on Twitter. We're writing some funny articles. You could. It's just a bunch of people we got rejected from Reductress, and then they forgot to be CPS. So we're like, oh, we have each other's email addresses. Let's start our own fucking thing. So yeah, follow that.
That
follow
sounds
me.
cool.
Follow
Wait,
lots
what's
of
it called
people.
again?
Hindquarters.
Hindquarters.
Hind like a
magazine.
butt. Hindquarters Mag. Or
Butt.
follow me, Rena Hundert.
But
On Twitter, I tweet way too much. So if you're up in the middle of the night, you'll see lots of tweets from me. It's great.
Wonderful. Jacob, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. All my birthdays sucked. Sorry, I missed that segment. My birthdays are all depressing. Everyone's the worst one. I have nothing to plug except social media. You know, just and it's one F.
All right.
Smirnoff.
So that's Yakov Smirnoff
Yakov Smirnoff
on
one
Twitter.
F. Yeah.
Great.
On everything. TikTok, Snap,
Go.
JZ1 title.
Yeah. Are you a breakout TikTok star yet?
I'm a title star.
Right on.
I'm posting the title a lot.
OnlyFans. You got an OnlyFans?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Go over and
I don't plug that on free shows.
whatever your name is.
Okay,
Do you want to plug?
Look, Hitler is about to take over, okay?
Okay.
And more important than any, I don't know what you're talking about when you say social media.
Do you have a Twitter? Do
doesn't
you know
matter.
any comedians?
Who
Do you know
are
any
you? Who is Twitter? I don't care. I need you to understand. Things are about to get crazy, okay? Please understand. You need to get
All right.
somebody to come back in time and help me. Help me, please.
I think
This is about to go
we're
crazy.
gonna just put you back.
It's possible.
We're putting you back.
It's possible
We're
to defeat this guy unless you have
You're
me.
going back into the abyss. I'm sorry. It's appreciate you being awake at 6 in the morning and joining us from either Berlin or New Mexico or World War II or one of those things. And thanks to all my guests. I also want to plug Meeps. Are you back with us?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear Meeps now? No? Okay, well, just pretend you can. Meeps, we talked about plugging our friend Gary Peterson's comedy album.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a good one out October 17th on all the things from deadandmellow.com.
From,
Yellow Belt Confidence.
Deadmellow.com. Here's a picture of it. I put it over my face because I don't know why. It's called Yellow Belt Confidence. Album out by Gary Peterson, friend of the show, and October 17th. Good timing, releasing an album 2 weeks before the world explodes. Gary, wherever you are.
That was the plan.
I figured you got it in. You just got it in right under the belt there. What are you, Jacob? What are you showing us? Your Black Panther. Jacob is showing us his Black Panther shirt.
Oh,
to prove
just R.I.P. R.I.P. Chad.
that he's prove that he's a Gen Z original. All
But
right.
also Chadwick Boseman, you know, that one hit hard. So R.I.P.
Rest
Chad.
in power,
Yeah,
Chadwick
sure.
Boseman.
I changed in his name. I changed my Disney Plus profile name to Dadwick Boseman. So I feel like we're extra connected.
So you're one and the same. All right.
Mhm.
Thanks for being on the show, everybody. Anything else, Meeps? I'm gonna let's see here. I'm gonna put up the Venmo once again. Obviously, all of you that are still watching the show,
I can't hear Meeps at all.
you can't. Well, it's all right. I'm just gonna put Meeps in post and tell you that he was here. Look, the Venmo is at Gravy Day. If you're still watching, clearly it was worth as much money as you could possibly give us. And the name of the show is Jack In with Barnard Morrisonberg. We'll be back probably next week. Good news is we can't be canceled because nobody pays us to do this shit anyway. So we're just gonna keep going, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's it. We're gonna. I put all the guests back up again. I'm gonna stop the stream now.